Alright, welcome back guys. My game crashed, so we're gonna save here because I just had to use console commands to get back to where we were, and I did that by standing here while the raiders spawned and using the kill all command and god mode to kill them at first, but turns out there was quite a few waves. So, decided to just use kill all because it was faster. And even that took about 5 minutes. Because I don't know how to search for quest names in the console. Anyhow, let's go and check in, see what's up. Hopefully I don't crash again. If I do, that would be really fucking annoying. So... And yes, this character doesn't even know about Sanctuary. Let's get inside. Alright, connections established, boss. What's next? Although I don't know why you're my boss yet. Even though with the way I designed this character, he'd look at your uniform and wouldn't even take a second for him to be like, holy shit, you outrank the original CO that I worked under. Sorry, Corporal. Or was that guy the sergeant? I can't remember. Let's see, what's your rank? Yeah, so that guy was the sergeant, not the corporal. Whoops. And the equipment I'm wearing was added by the Atlas Summit Redux as well, for anyone who's wondering. This all would have been in episode 1, but...
Sir, my terminal's lit up, so whatever you did, it worked. It's not all good news, though. There's been no responses from command. Without them, we're in the dark as far as the bigger picture goes. We have, however, managed to isolate the location of an old military hangar. Records show that there's a vertibird still there, too. If it's operational, we'll be able to use it to get to command. While Sergeant Peterson debriefs us, I'll need you to investigate.
Alright, I'll go do that. First up, though, we're taking a quick trip to Atlas Summit because I need ammo. How much money do I have? I have enough to get a fair amount. So, in the base game, plasma is kind of hard to find. So the only way you're really getting it is if you're friggin' loaded. And with Atlas Summit, though, you get a enclave vendor terminal thing. And it sells 100 plasma cartridges for 100 caps and other ammo for different prices, along with some weapons and the armor added by that mod, which I kind of like because it makes perfect sense and it's effective. I also think I left my XO3 there. And it looks like as soon as we get back, we're up for a bit of a hike. That bites. Something about Nuka-Cola that everyone probably knows. Yep, there's my Hellfire armor. We may have to make a quick stop at my base to... No, nah, we don't need to upgrade or anything. It's already OP as fuck. Which makes perfect sense, because it's supposed to be the most advanced power armor in the world. I kind of wish that Bethesda hadn't said that the T60 was a pre-war thing, and instead made it that the T60 was developed by the Brotherhood of Steel. That way they'd have something that they could have used to rival the Hellfire. That would have made sense. Like, from a lore perspective. Because, just like with the Elder Scrolls, I look up lore for Fallout a lot. I'm a walking fucking encyclopedia. Most days. So, if I activate that map, it'll tell me the location of every map marker in the game. So I'm gonna not activate it. And the mod author of America Rising, the mod that we're reviewing, is actually working on making a patch so that you can talk to somebody from that mod and have them send people to this location we're at right now from the Atlas Summit mod to actually staff it, which I think is really cool. Ammo 1, 2. Can I get a sniper barrel, please? No, I cannot. That sucks. Let's leave. So the reason why I use the Redux version is because of the things that it adds that the original version didn't. And also because couldn't find the original version when I was looking for it on the Nexus. But this one was. And also because of this very word. Now let's run across this part of the Golden Sea to get to where we're going. Which happens to be near the Nuka-Cola Transit Center thing. Anyhow, kind of wish that there was more done with the Glowing Sea. Like in the base game, not requiring mods. But it is a Bethesda game, so everything requires mods. Everything. Why are there unblown up cars here? This is the Glowing Sea. Be blown up. I'd blow them up, but I don't have the ammo for that. Falling cars, just like the flying mammoths in Skyrim, that shit happens. A lot. Randomly. Because why not? Why can't it rain cars? Because it breaks the immersion. Anyhow, how far am I going? Yeah, it's the same distance from any direction at this point. Although I have been taking kind of a bit of a longer road, I'm realizing that. So, I may cut this part out. No, my editing software won't let me. Fuck. Anyhow, let's jump off of this rock and land on that rock. Do 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 do. Anyway, I think that in the base game of Fallout 4, there should have been something to do with the enclave. Like, even just have it so that one of the vaults has people living in it who used to belong to the enclave and are now serving as vault security, using their old enclave equipment and shit. Because before they got messed with by Bethesda, the enclave would actually go into vaults and take them over. Not necessarily killing the people inside, because some of the vaults were set up specifically to help rebuild Murica. And that's what the Enclave was. They wanted to rebuild Murica. By the way, I'm Canadian. And personally, I really like the Enclave. But, yeah. The bad stuff that the Enclave did, if they went to a normal vault that had no special testing or anything being done in it, or even some that did but didn't fuck with the DNA of the people inside or whatever, they would either abduct the people from it or just induct them into the ranks of the enclave. But because the enclave had such a limited gene pool, it was very often they would be a wee bit inbred. I also think that would have been really cool if they had some enclave scientist in the Institute or something. Because the Institute wouldn't have looked at the enclave and been like, nah, we don't want any of that stuff, they're bad. The enclave would have probably been approached by the Institute at some point with an offer of an alliance. Because, contrary to what some people believe, the enclave wasn't just on the West Coast. And them going to the East Coast wasn't just Fallout 3 thing. They had several bunkers all over. And early on they would have had at least one base in the capital that was active, and several smaller ones running across America connected to Control Station Enclave. That way, if needed, they could send out someone to do maintenance on the lines and stuff that are being used by the President at Control Station Enclave to communicate with the people of America. Because for the last little bit before the Great War happened, the President was actually living at Control Station Enclave. Which I always thought was a cool bit of lore. But yeah, with the presence that the Enclave had in Fallout 3, it's completely illogical that there isn't even some kind of sign of them in Fallout 4, other than a terminal entry on board the Pridwin when the Brotherhood of Steel comes here. Because on the Fallout 3 map, it was like the far northernmost corner of the map that was where the Enclave main base was. And I can't remember exactly where they said that the Air Force base you blow up in Broken Steel is, but it was somewhere to the east of the map, I believe. In any event, it would have made perfect sense for the Enclave to go north because Capital Wasteland and its entire southern half was crawling with Brotherhood of Steel soldiers in Fallout 3. I really should just... Well, no, because we finished the first quest on this video. I can't do that. Sorry for all the rambling and the big-ass walk. But we're here. No, I am not. So, that happened. I like this dungeon. Do. Don't mind if I do. Thank you, sir. Oh, also, for those who don't know, if you're ever running low on ammo and you find someone who's using a similar weapon, take their gun. The mag is always still in it, which means that you're getting ammo out of the gun itself. It's like they might have 3 bullets on them, but the mag will have 25. Dude, you're an idiot. Really? How did I not realize I was out of ammo? Don't mind if I do. So, the one other reason that I used the American Rising mod instead of the other Enclave mod, it has, not necessarily a patch, but there's a script in it that runs, I guess, to check if you have the XO3, XO2, and Enclave Officer uniform mods. And if you do, it adds them to Enclave members added by that mod. So instead of just having Enclave soldiers running around in like XO1, there's also people wearing XO2 and Hellfire armor. Which I really like. Sorry, I was having a drink there. Oh yeah, I really like that this mod has that. There's also mod patches for the Creation Club version of the Hellfire, but the XO2 is kind of new, and the last update was in like the spring. So I doubt we're gonna see anything for it for a little bit. Also, I'm kind of really annoyed that Bethesda did a fucking XO2 armor, because when they first released the Creation Club, they said they wouldn't do anything that's available for free, and they've literally ripped off 3 of the most popular mods on the Nexus now. The XO2, the XO3, and the Chinese stealth suit armor, and the free versions of all of them are better. Literally buying them is stupid. Unless you prefer the look of them, but they have less functionality just overall. So, we have now captured a vertebrate facility. Go us. And now, I just remembered that I have FCOM installed, so I'm gonna go like this. Set that to the quick key for number 9, because there's some really combat heavy missions in this mod. I know that for sure. And I'm gonna want to have help. Yes, I have plenty of future cores. A corporal. So, let's get her done. General.
Have you been to the hangar yet? Is the vertibird there?
No.
Yes, sir. Good work. We'll head for the hangar now and plan our next move from there. Rendezvous with us as soon as you can. There's more work to be done.
I am going to fast travel there. Because I am a pleb. Okay. Let's GTFO. Alrighty. That was funny. Okay. Well, let's go talk to the general. Best loading screen ever. 10 out of 10 wood loading screen again. I love this loading screen. Okay. So.
Sir. You're here. Good.
You think I wouldn't?
Consider this facility is in better shape than we expected. Corporal Fitzpatrick performing some pre-flight checks. He says he'll have it done by tomorrow. Come back then. Dismiss.
Alright. So, I'm going to call it quits there. I'll start up the next video tomorrow in game. Until then, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. And I'm sorry that the end of the previous video was the game crashing. And I'm also sorry about the ridiculous amount of walking that you had to watch me do in this video. But, yeah.